Hi, this is Bishop Doherty. Today's question has to do, how did we get into the business of having the St. Joseph Retreat Center? What did that have to do with our mission? Well, first of all, it's all about mission. And our mission is to pray and to preach and to teach. One of the things that has to be dispelled is people thought that the nuns, the Sisters of St. Joseph, should have just given us the property. But I've got to tell you, in terms of canon law and respect for women's orders, you just don't want to go in there and make a grab. That's a big no-no in terms of the Vatican and in terms of church law. It would have been very disrespectful to the sisters. We were not in a position to take over that property when it first became available. That was a matter of years. Next, our interest was in the fact that most of our large meetings, whether it was priests or principals or teachers, were in rented facilities outside the diocese. We had no local identity. So it seemed to me important that we would find a place that we could establish our own identity as a mature diocese. And by the time you're 75 years old, you should be able to have a retreat center. Also, the centrality of the retreat house was appealing. It's kind of in the center of the diocese geographically, and it was going to serve our heavier populated areas in the south part of the diocese and yet be accessible to everyone. It also became an interesting project when we thought about how are we going to incorporate Hispanic people in the diocese so they can have part of our identity. The interesting thing is that this was neutral ground. It hadn't been occupied by a single parish, a particular ministry, for a long time. So Hispanic people and the rest of the diocese all got in at the same time and had an even shot at forming the identity of this place and put it to good use. So that was a great benefit to us and continues to be. Right now, yes, it's a difficult ministry to maintain during a time of pandemic. Our use of it is down, but that's simply part of the time we're in. And we commended this whole thing to the grace of the Holy Spirit and hope it works. There's a financial end to this, but there's a financial side to everything that the diocese does as a large institution. And we're praying that over time we'll reestablish our equilibrium. The place is a wonderful place for meetings and prayer. If you haven't been there, I suggest that you drop by sometime. It has been well used by a number of high school retreat groups, by parishes and other organizations that wish to use it from time to time. And it's been a great place to have large and small meetings of all of our priests. And it has a future for also training the deacons and the continuing education of our deacons across the diocese. So it's a multi-use facility. It's ours. We're not paying an outside entity for the use of that space. It's wonderfully useful and very prayerful, which is the center of its whole life. God bless you.